We have a lot to discuss in this episode, including the Fed rate cut. It will take place tomorrow. How does this affect cryptocurrency? I've got you covered. Will the next leg up in the bull run be ignited by this spark? A storm is looming for Bitcoin. Can you see it? Feel it? Are you prepared? Currently, 80 publicly traded firms own Bitcoin. There are institutions. They're not going to quit. And to top it all off, guess what, people? It's worth the effort. Additionally, individuals who stay ahead in the cryptocurrency space reap the largest profits. Click like, then subscribe to the channel. Let's dissect everything. $82,771 for Bitcoin. It has dropped around 1% in the last day. Ethereum has a value of $1,894. It is also down 1%. USDT and, sadly, just USDT are being used as dollar pegs. USDC remains at 99 cents, while XRP is down roughly 2.8% to $2.27. Not much has changed in the total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies. 2.678 billion people. Allow me to briefly go back in time. We will demonstrate this once more. This is the experience of holding XRP for the previous 7 years. It has been a complete nightmare, a catastrophe, a labyrinth, going up, down, left, and right. They attack you from all sides, but what do you know? We remain here. Nobody can dislodge us. We've conducted the investigation. We don't pay attention to other people. Do you want to know why? Since we conduct our own research, we both affirm and deny things. We are aware of what is real, what is not, and the direction these markets are taking. That's how easy it is. You must ultimately trust just one person, and that particular person is yourself. That's right, I continued to work as they browsed TikTok. While others partied, I worked on the weekends. While they relaxed and watched Netflix, I researched. No shortcuts, no wealthy parents, no fancy degree, just pure hustle. People, that's how I'm constructed. Later, you will gain from the hard effort you put in now. 7 years later, I never imagined that I would still be here, but here we are. But my 7 years of hard work have paid off, and I am more certain than ever that these markets will completely blow up. You know what? Instead of working 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 for 35 to 40 years, we reduced it to 7 or 10 years. Any day of the week, I'll accept that trade-off. Remember to be focused at all times. We received some shocking information. Mark Iota of the SEC is finally acting on more than 40 ETF applications following 2 years of Gensler delays. This is enormous. Fast approvals could be granted to DFA and others. Is anyone prepared for the upcoming bull run? Yes, I am. The article URL is provided below. This is what we need, people. At last, they are becoming serious. At last, they are investigating these ETFs, as well as the regular markets and cryptocurrency. We need this. This was released by Cointest. A Bitcoin storm might be on the horizon. Platforms for cryptocurrency on-chain possibilities. According to Derive, Bitcoin is experiencing low volatility at the moment, but a storm may be on the horizon. What must you know? 3 points. Simple. According to Derive, a decentralized crypto on-chain options platform, the current calm in the cryptocurrency market may not last long and could result in considerable price volatility. This volatility could be caused by several things, including events in Ukraine. In today's first video, we discussed it. Trump administration changes to crypto regulations and tomorrow's rate decision by the Federal Reserve. Potential Federal Reserve rate reduction may be limited, reflecting U.S. recession fears and ongoing inflation, BlackRock says, despite market estimates for 2 to 3 rate cuts this year. That is what we should focus on when discussing the Fed rate cut, the decision that will be made tomorrow, and how it will affect cryptocurrencies. This is one of the most important triggers for risky assets and cryptocurrency that you should be aware of. A liquidity pump is equivalent to a rate reduction. Reduced interest rates translate into more affordable borrowing and increased system liquidity. When money becomes more easily accessible, investors will typically shift their wealth into riskier assets like stocks and cryptocurrency. The US dollar will depreciate if the Fed makes rate decreases too quickly. And where does that take us? Since Bitcoin is a real hedge against inflation and monetary devaluation, it will acquire appeal and generate more demand. In the past, Bitcoin bull runs have been fueled by loose monetary policy. This was evident following COVID and the 2020 stimulus. During the Bitcoin boom, guess what? After that, profits will be distributed across your cryptocurrencies, igniting alt season. However, Bitcoin must first take action. This configuration has been in place since 2013. First, Bitcoin must run. Your alts won't function if Bitcoin doesn't. The Fed's choice will therefore determine how much liquidity enters the cryptocurrency market, and if Bitcoin begins to move, guess what? It will be closely followed by altcoins. Then, according to Eleanor Mueller of CMAR, Trump's nomination for SEC chair, Paul Atkins, is getting closer to taking over as the agency's new head with a Senate hearing scheduled for March 27th. Isn't that approximately 9 days away? Paul, I believe that this dispute between the SEC and Ripple will ultimately be resolved once Paul Atkins takes over. As we just discussed, it appears that Ripple is the one putting off this at the moment since they are attempting to either avoid paying anything or have this punishment significantly lowered, which makes sense. After all, none of these other businesses were required to make any payments. Why ought Ripple to? Shattering. Under Trump's government, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency businesses are vying to become national banks. We recently seen Ripple submit a patent application, which makes this intriguing. People, it's obvious that Ripple is plotting something here. To hold cryptocurrency, Ripple applied for a patent on what is known as Ripple custody. Now, under the Trump administration, cryptocurrency companies are trying to become national banks. When you figure things out, it appears like something is cooking. Spot ETFs recently acquired more than 274 million Bitcoin. Let me reiterate that. Spot Bitcoin ETFs recently made over $274 million. We haven't seen a purchase this large in 6 weeks. On this channel, we also discuss the story a lot. It's all about timing. We discussed timing when examining the Ripple v. SEC case. Now is not the time for it to end. Why don't I want this to be over already? It's easy. The markets appear to be a complete mess. XRP is trapped in a huge range. Bitcoin is unable to move. Bitcoin appears to be on the verge of retracing from 65 to 75,000. Why do we want the case to finish so we can have a small amount of a phony, artificial pump that will eventually retrace? Get us above the enormous resistance of the $250 to $3 range that we have shown you. Let's get this after that. Let's get ETFs next. Let's wait for Ripple to make an announcement. Let's build up each event, arrange them in a row, and line them up. After that, we may begin discussing the end of these things. However, what would happen now? Perhaps XRP surges and reaches the $250 to $3 level. Significant. Significant. Make XRP more than $4. Let's make this declaration. Now let's talk about ETFs. Then, people, we can witness this thing simply run, pop off, and explode. We'll make it there. Let's take our time. As of right present, 80 publicly traded firms own Bitcoin. What do you suppose these businesses are aware of? Do you think these businesses can predict the future? Do you believe they know where this is headed? Yes, I do. I'm sure you do, too. These businesses also do. Many want to suggest that the bull run's over. Look, Trump and his crew wouldn't be purchasing cryptocurrency if the bull run had ended. If the bull run ended, Fidelity wouldn't be hoarding more than $100 million in cryptocurrency either. It's not finished. All they want to do is rock you to sleep. And on this channel, we discuss that story a lot. To put you to sleep, they attempt rocking you. After that, remember this. Hashdex recently released a revolutionary ETF update on the Nasdaq. Their portfolio will soon include Solana, XRP, Cardano, Chainlink, Avalanche, Litecoin, and Uniswap. I think the bull run is still going strong. $5 a month, that is. I will leave it at that. I'll see everyone at the next one.